let's queer up trans rights. At least 2 transgender women will compete for the title of Miss Universe. At least 2 transgender women will compete in Miss Universe 2023. Marina Machete became the first transgender woman to win Miss Portugal last week. She will join Rikkie Valerie Kollé on stage, who became the first transgender woman to win Miss Netherlands in July. The 2 will compete for the Miss Universe crown on November 18th in El Salvador. The event will feature a total of 90 women from around the world. Both Machete and Kollé have a huge fan base that motivates and supports them. Machete is a 28-year-old flight attendant, while Kollé is a Dutch-Moluccan model and actress who has previously competed on the TV series called Holland's Next Top Model. Miss Universe began allowing trans women to compete in 2012, and in 2018, Angela Ponce became the first trans woman to do so after she was crowned Miss Spain. In 2021, Kataluna Enriquez became the first trans woman to compete in the Miss USA pageant after she was crowned Miss Nevada, though she did not go on that year to compete in the year's Miss Universe pageant. In February, Daniela Arroyo González became the first trans woman to compete in Miss Universe Puerto Rico, where she finished with the top 10 finalists. Beautiful women all. I'm so excited that the acceptance of the trans community is happening at the universal, the global level, regardless of what we are doing here in the United States. I love to see that this is happening.
Or in our state capital.
Absolutely stunning. I mean, both of those women are just truly beautiful. I see some of their, not forefathers, that would be their foremothers, like the women who've gone before them as far as trans women are concerned, really, smiling, potentially even kicking up their heels or rolling over in their graves at the excitement with this news and them being able to compete at such a high level as trans women. So kudos to them.
I mean, this is great. My question is, Al, I know you've been to several countries over the course of your life. Have you been to El Salvador? And what's the vibe like there? Like, do these contestants need to be worried if they leave the contestant zone?
That's a terrific question, because in general, El Salvador is not a great place for LGBT. And to be honest with you, I'm surprised that Miss Universe is being held in El Salvador. It's just a representation of how fanatical, in a positive way, that Latin America, Central and South America, is about the Miss Universe pageants. I was in Colombia over the summer, and I rode one of the big floats next to Miss Colombia, and it was a mob scene. She was the most important celebrity in the parade. People screamed for 4 hours for her, and something in Central and South America, they're very fanatical. So I'm a little surprised in El Salvador, but to your question, yes, they're not going to be widely accepted. It'll be interesting to see in the live broadcast what happens with the predominant. There's a big international consistency of audience member, but there's going to be a very significant El Salvador presence, and it'll be interesting to see their reaction.
I want us to replicate that. How do we capture that and bring some of that over back over to the U.S.?
Yeah, well,
are you talking about capturing women and bringing them to
No.
Oh my God.
No, that energy, John, that mindset.
Really quick first, congratulations to Miss Portugal and to Miss Netherlands. I love it because women are women. Trans women are women. And the pageant is saying that. One of the things that I think is amazing about this issue is that one of the reasons that this is happening is because of the seat at the table. Representation and having access to representation and having a seat at the table begins to change things. When a business, especially in ownership of business and leadership of major roles in business, have the opportunity to promote minority representation, good things happen for their business, which is why so many businesses like Disney, for example, promote diversity. When they open the doors for women, things improve. When they open the doors for Black people, things improve. When they open the doors for Latino people, things improve. When they open the door for trans people, things improve. The Miss Universe pageant is owned by a trans billionaire. Wow. Now, It's a unique situation,
Yeah.
but think about it from the standpoint of business ownership of the pageant, opening the door for representation, and this is what happens. And bravo to that. One last quick thought that I think is so interesting. In the trans community, the argument by the most radical evangelicals and GOP is that trans women have an unfair advantage in sports. Over and over and over, they yell it and yell it and yell it. I'm kind of curious how they're going to say Miss Portugal and Miss Netherlands has an unfair advantage at the Miss Universe pageant. We will be listening closely at your next words leading up to the November Miss Universe pageant. But we congratulate both of you. All of us in America and in the LGBTQ community are proud of the representation you'll bring to El Salvador.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.